All right, so it's officially 9:02. So we are gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go and shake all these nerves away. I think I'm gonna compose myself now. I got my security blanket here to help me. So we are gonna get through this. So welcome guys, my name is Jenna and I am a Purple Status presenter. And I have been asked to speak on, I was first asked to speak on the 5-3 formula and recruiting. And then I was asked to speak on building relationships and working your warm market. So I'm going to kind of combine those two together. But before you totally give me like eye roll emoji about the 5-3 formula, I am going to present it in a different way because I am a very visual person and I need to see this visually. And so that's how I'm going to show it to you guys. And then we're going to talk about 4 super easy steps that are going to help us to achieve this 5-3 formula every single month. And when I'm talking about that, that's how I'm going to work it into building relationships and our warm market. Thank you, Kristen. It's a heartbroken and glamorous and gorgeous all mixed together. It's amazing. My eye makeup, she asked. Okay. So to give you a little background about me, I joined Younique December the 28th, 2015. So I am in like my 17th or 18th month. Not that great at math, but that's where I'm at. And I started off really fast, but I think that I have kind of leveled out and I'm pretty average at this point. And so that's why we're going to kind of talk about that. Because I hit yellow and pink in my first month in January. Then I hit blue in March. Then I hit green. No, sorry. Let me start over. January I hit yellow and pink. I hit blue in February, green in March. Then I hit orange in May. And then something happened. And this something I'm going to mention later because it is key. It is huge. And I know exactly what happened. And so this is the reason why I want to go over this with you guys, because I want to make sure that it doesn't happen to you, or if it has happened to you, that we fix it immediately. So it took me from May until November to hit purple. From May until November, and I'm actually still sitting at purple now, trying to go for black, but I know, again, the reason why I had such a stall and why I had such a struggle there is for one simple reason, and we're going to go over that. So just to get going here, I'm going to flip us around and I'm going to start this out with the 5-3 formula. And again, please don't totally like zone out on me and roll your eyes, because I know we've heard the 5-3 formula over and over and over and over and over and over. I am that person, even within my training group, for months and months and months, I would just speak about doing the 5-3 formula, do the 5-3 formula, build it, like drilling it into people's heads. You got to do it, you got to do it, you got to do it. But for me, like I said, I'm visual. So it took me actually seeing it played out for me to catch the vision. And that is what I want you guys to catch, is the vision. Because once you truly catch that vision, your head's gonna explode. Like, you're gonna be blown away. Like, your head's just gonna pop off and it's gonna be rolling around and you're gonna be like kicking it, trying to pick it back up. You're gonna explode once you figure this out and you catch that vision. So I'm going to flip this around really quick, so bear with me. All right, so we are talking about, like I said, the 5-3 formula. We're going to start there, and then we're going to talk about how to achieve that. So to me, doing the 5-3 formula is a very basic and average way to get you to where you need to be. Now, there are so many people who do this much, much faster. And there's people who do it much slower, but this is a formula that is tried and true that will get you to where you need to be. So for my girls, my team, the Next Gen Beauty Empire, we always strive for 1K5 because we just want to be above and beyond and do the best that we can possibly do. So that's like rock star status. So going back to just the basic formula, it's 5-3. And what that means is $500 in sales, so 500 PRS, and then adding 3 new ladies. We call them beauties in my world, so that's why you see beauties there. 3 new beauties to your team every single month without fail. And then the key is teaching that to every person that you add to your team. So from the time that they sign up, not just telling them, because I made this mistake, but showing them this training right here, showing it to them and helping them catch the vision. So here is what, oh, and by the way, 500 PRS is like 2.5 qualified parties. You can totally do that. If you are booking parties the way that you're supposed to be booking parties, that should be a no-brainer every month. So we aren't even going to talk about that right now. We're just going to talk about adding these 3 new ladies and what it looks like. So again, I'm visual. So this right here, I drew a cute little lady with her eyelashes. This is you, okay? That's you when you first sign up. Now the cool thing is, when you first sign up, you should do this. But let's say you signed up a long time ago and you've just been in a lull, kind of like me, where it takes you from May until November to, have a rank advance. You can start this any time. You can start over at any time in your business and start this, and you are going to advance. So no matter where you are, whether you're yellow, just starting out, whether you're purple, it's the same formula for every single person. So do it. Do it. All right? So this is you. You have signed up, and your first month, you're going to add 3 new people. Okay? You're going to sell your $500 in PRS. Then the next month, you're going to teach those ladies to add 3 new people. Okay? You're also going to add 3 more new people. This is your second month. So then the third month, those 3 people, they're going to add their 3 new people. Their 3 new people add their 3 new people. And then you would have another thing over here because you're adding 3 more people. So very quickly, that little diagram gets nuts. It's called exponential growth. And that's something that I absolutely love because I am kind of a nerd. And it's crazy. It is crazy how fast that can grow and how nuts this gets. Seriously, like nuts. It's nuts. All right, so this kind of confused my simple brain. So I'm like, okay, well that looks a little scary. I don't really understand all of those lines and all of those little spider people. So I needed to have it written out in like words. I want you guys, whoever you are, however you learn, to be able to see it in whichever way helps you. So I've done it every single possible way I can. So here, let's start over again. Month number 1, it's you. You sell $500 and you add your 3 new people. Okay, we got that right. That's pretty simple. Month number 2, and look, I color-coded it for you because I'm cool like that. Month number 2, it's you plus your 3 new people. So you have 4 people now in your organization. It's month number 2. All of you go out and sell your $500 each. You all have 2.5 qualified parties. You can do that. You're going to hit yellow. You're going to hit yellow no matter what, okay? If you, by any chance, happen to sell over $500 your first or your second month, you're probably going to hit pink, sorry. So it's just, this is the very basic formula. Month 2, you're definitely going to hit yellow. All right, month number 3, you now have 12 more people. So you got 13 people total in your organization. If you all go sell your $500 minimum, you're going to hit blink. You're going to hit blink. That's exactly right. You're going to hit blink. You're going to hit pink, and then you're going to hit blue. You're going to double promote. You're going to be blink, okay? How incredible is that? Month number 3. Now, if you keep it going, month number 4, you plus 39 other people, you have 40 people in your organization, and you are in a business for 4 months. That is nuts. That is so nuts, and it's amazing, and you're going to hit green status. Green status is like the sweet spot in this company. PRS and commissions are so incredibly awesome, and I love the way that this company has it set up. That really helps you on the front end when you're just starting out, you're building your team. But that sustainable income, that income that's going to help you stay at home with your babies, that income that's going to get you retired from your job that you don't necessarily want to be at anymore, that income that's going to help your family, that starts at that sweet spot. That starts at that sweet spot. You want to hit that sweet spot. And we have just given you a formula that helps you hit that sweet spot in 4 months. So like I said, even if your entire team has totally diminished and you are starting over from scratch, you can start right now, pretend like you're in month number 1, and have this done by month number 4. And don't stop there. Don't stop there. Keep rocking. Because that exact same formula is going to get you from green to orange to purple to black. Okay? All right, I'm going to flip you around again and then I'm going to finish this thing. All right, hi, I'm back. Hi there, guys. Okay, did you like that? If you liked that, go ahead and just type 5-3 in the comments. And then I'm going to go back and read your questions in a minute. All right, so I told you guys I'm going to give you 4 very simple steps that are going to help you get this 5-3 formula. Because it's one thing to be able to say, yeah, I can go out and sell $500 and add 3 new people. But you have to know how to do that. And that is where building relationships and working that warm market, my strength, comes into play. And I'm about to tell you 4 easy, simple steps that are going to help you get there. So if you're taking notes, get ready to rock. Number 1, make the contact. Okay? Make the contact. Number 1. So I like to think about this as making new contacts, but making the contact in general. So how do we make contacts? Well, the number 1 most easiest way that this whole entire company is set up for us to make contacts is by doing our parties. By doing our parties. The thing that I love the most about parties is it's not always necessarily about getting the PRS and making sales in parties. That's really important. It's huge. But to me, when I book a party, I am like dancing. I'm over the moon because you have just been handed an entire new Facebook list. Like someone has just opened the door for you to have access to an entire new set of Facebook friends. It's like a gift on Christmas morning. You've been handed a gift. And if you are not using it that way and you don't see it that way, you are doing it wrong. And you need to change your mindset right now. It is not solely about getting sales. It is about an entire new world of friends. You've exhausted your friend list. I get it. We've all done that. So go book a party and now you have access to all her friends. And if you're not working that party by building relationships, I'm not talking about working that party like I gotta get sales. I'm running my party like I gotta get sales. No, you need to work that party like you want to build a set of friends for life. Friends for life in that party. That is how you're going to make new contacts. Building relationships outside of your parties as well. I mean, you have an entire group of friends, but let's be honest, there are people on your friends list, maybe from high school, maybe from previous jobs, that you probably haven't talked to in a while. So go through that friends list, and you never have to mention Younique right off the bat. Just send them a message and say, hey, I haven't seen you in forever. How are you doing? That's it. Leave it. And you guys talk back and forth. If you're branding yourself properly, once you guys start talking back and forth, they're going to see what you do because your stuff is going to start showing up in their news feed. You never have to be like, hey, you want to buy some Younique? No, just ask them how they're doing. Say, oh my gosh, I saw that you had a baby. She's so cute. Oh, ovaries tingling. Whatever it is. And one thing that Lauren Dickerson has taught me is messaging with voice messages instead of always typing. Because they can hear that inflection in your voice. If I had typed out that about my ovaries tingling, it wouldn't have been quite as effective, and you wouldn't have known that my ovaries are really tingling right now. But because I said it in voice, you could hear it. You could hear the inflection and how excited I am that she has a new baby, if that makes sense. Yes, I do, Kristen Gill, and I'm going to address that in just a minute. All right, so that was number 1, making the contact. Number 2 is making the sale. Obviously, making the sale. And like I said before, if you're branding yourself properly, that is going to come natural. You never have to go to them and say like, hey, can you place an order? I mean, So brand yourself properly by posting on your Facebook page like you're supposed to be, not just in your group. And they're gonna know. They're gonna know that you are the makeup lady. They're just gonna know. And you have to do videos. You have to do videos. Yeah, I get it. I was scared to do videos at first too, but if you still haven't done a video because you are living in fear, get over it. Get over it. Get over it. Okay? Because you have to do videos. And I know, like I said, it took me like 2 months to do videos, but you have to do it. Here's why. Selfies are awesome. They're so, so awesome. But people want to see the products in action. Okay? They want to see the products in action. You can see what the makeup that I'm wearing right now, but if you are brand new to makeup and you see what somebody else is wearing, it may not mean anything to you because you're like, I could never recreate that look. Or maybe she photoshopped that on her face. Who knows? They want to see it in action. They want to see that it's attainable. They want to see that they can do it. And they want to see exactly how it works. Videos are huge, guys. Sorry, that was a tangent. Here's something also important about branding yourself properly and making the sale in this aspect. You have to be consistent if you want to get paid consistently, if you want to grow your business consistently. You have to work consistently. It can't be like 1 week here or 1 day here, 1 day here, you know, maybe next week, maybe this month I'll do it like 3 times. It cannot be that way. I mean, think about it like this. If you went to your job, you know, that job thing that we all, the real job, and you were supposed to work 4 days that week, and then you only clocked in for 2, would you expect to still get paid for 4 days? No. So why would you expect it to work like that in this business? Why would you expect it to work like that? This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's nothing like that. It is a job. It is a career. You actually have to show up in order to get paid, okay? That was just the cold hard truth right there. Sorry I had to bring that. All right. Number 3, this, I like this one because we're gonna call it do the follow-up, okay? Number 3 is do the follow-up. So number 1 was make a contact, number 2, make the sale, and number 3, do the follow-up, okay? Now, for me, in my head, when I heard do the follow-up, I always just thought, oh, my past customers, do the follow-up with my past customers. Yeah, I do that, following up with my past customers. But we are talking about following up with everything, not just from orders, but anyone who has expressed an interest in ordering, following up with them on a weekly basis, touching base with them, following up with your old parties. This one is huge. Your hostesses, you do not just have them host a party for you and then you leave them high and dry. No, ma'am. You follow up with them. You show them how to use their rewards. You walk them through what they need to order and how to order it. And then you send them a message and say, girl, you know what? You are like the best hostess I have ever had. And what's crazy is hosting a party is like the exact same thing as doing this business. Girl, you would be incredible at doing this business. Have you ever thought about it? You just gave her like the biggest compliment ever. You told her she was awesome. You basically told her that hosting a party is like a trial run at this business and that she would be awesome at it. She is going to at least think about it. And then you keep following up with her. Again, if you're not doing these parties this way and using them as a tool besides just getting PRS, you're doing it wrong. The people who attended the party, maybe they didn't order, but they were liking stuff. They were engaged in your party. Follow up with those people. Maybe it was that they just didn't have the money during the party and now they do. Or maybe they just didn't see something that caught their eye and they need to keep seeing you and seeing you succeed and seeing you use it. Keep following up with these people that were in these parties. Go back in these parties every month and post the kudos. Follow up building relationships. So I'm a list person. I'm totally old school. That's why I told y'all to get your old pencils handy. I have to write everything down. So if I am building a relationship with someone, maybe it's somebody from my past, like somebody I went to high school with. So I'm going to go send them a message or comment on their post. So I'm going to write down, hey, I commented this on this person's post on this day. And then a week later, I'm going to go either comment on something else or I'm going to send them a private message. And then a week later, I'm going to do this. If you don't follow up like that, if you try to start a relationship and then you forget about it and 4 months goes by, then you have to restart that whole entire relationship. You have to rebuild. Follow up with everything. Following up is so important. So important. All right. we're getting into the last one, which is the most important one, my favorite one. Number 4, offer the opportunity. Offer the opportunity. Offer the opportunity to everyone. To everyone. So, I told you guys I would tell you the exact reason why I know that it took me from May to November to hit purple, and why it's still taking me from November until who knows to hit black. The number one reason was because I was living in fear and I was afraid to offer the opportunity. Once I got over myself, yes, I had to get over myself and realize that those people are not paying my bills, those people are not kissing my little 3-year-old daughter, good night. They're not, saying hey to my husband when he comes home from work, working 60 hours a week and going to school full time. They don't matter. Once I got over myself and started offering the opportunity to everyone, I have kicked tush at recruiting lately. You have to offer it to everyone. You have to. Okay? Let me tell you why. If you want that residual income, you have to build a team. I mentioned it to you guys earlier. PRS is awesome on the front end, yes. But if you want that income that's going to keep you home with your babies, that's going to help your husband have some time off, that's going to help you be a single mom, you have to get over yourself and build a team. You have to let go of that fear, and you have to offer it to everyone. Okay? And here's how we're going to do that. I am going to put it to you guys like tennis, because I love tennis. Okay? I hope you guys can follow. All right. So the first thing you're going to do is you're just going to ask. Okay? Because remember, I'm the warm market girl. I am not the cold market girl. I'm not just going to go and ask a random person. I've built a relationship with this person for weeks, maybe months, who knows? And then I'm just going to go ask her eventually, hey, have you ever thought about doing what I do? She's either going to say yes or she's going to say no. But you shut your mouth and listen, okay? And when I say shut your mouth, I also mean stop your little fingers, because I know most of the time we're probably typing out a message, so let your fingers rest and let her answer, okay? So again, it's like tennis. So we're going to put the ball in her court, and we're going to be quiet, and we're going to wait for her to volley that ball back, okay? So she's going to say yes or no. If she says yes, I need more information, then you get to say something else, and you get to hit the ball back. But then you're going to be quiet and let her say something else, and you're going to volley back and forth. What happens, and what I was doing in the beginning of this business, is someone would say they were interested in the opportunity, and I'd be like, yes, oh my gosh, she's interested in the opportunity. I'm going to send her every bit of information I can possibly even imagine. And so I would send her like 4 paragraphs, an entire novel of everything amazing about Younique. Y'all know there's so much amazing about Younique, so it would take up like the entire messenger screen, and I would never get a message back. They would ignore me, they would never message me again, and I would be like, why is no one messaging me? I'm so nice. I gave them all the information in the world, and they are ignoring me. But it was because I sent them too much. Too much. Nobody wants to read all that, and it's scary, and it's obnoxious, and it's overwhelming, and they're like, ooh. Do not vomit on people, okay? Don't vomit on people. Volley. Volley. So a good rule of thumb, there's so many out there. I've heard like the 2-sentence rule. I've heard so many other things, but my favorite one that I've ever heard that really stuck with me is do not answer a question that has not been asked, okay? Don't answer a question that has not been asked. So my favorite way to do it is somebody says, hey, send me some more information. I will immediately ask another question and put the ball back into their court. So they're like, hey, send me some more information. They're like, you know what? I'd love to do that, but before that, I'm going to ask you a question. Tell me what it is that has you interested in this business. And then they're going to answer the question almost 90% of the time with another question. They're going to be like, oh, well, it's because you look like you're having so much fun, but how do you get paid with this business? They asked you a question, so answer it and then ask them another question. you know, we get paid like this, we get paid every 3 hours, it's my favorite part of the business. Would that be something that you like? Do you want to get paid every 3 hours? You know, just volley it back and forth, but let them control the conversation. People want to be heard. They want to feel like someone is listening to them and cares about their needs, instead of you just throwing up all of your info onto their faces and them getting overwhelmed and being like, they don't even care about me. I'm just a number to them. I'm just an opportunity. I'm going to hit the road. That's just an example. My last person that joined, I spent a good part of the day with her. Like, she messaged me that morning and I spent till about 4 o'clock that afternoon volleying back and forth with her. But here's what happened. At the end of the conversation, she said, you know what? No one has ever taken the time to answer all my questions this way. Thank you so much just for listening to me. I'm going to join right now. And she went and joined. And I was like, what? This works. So do it. Do it. All right. Listen to your people. And just like you guys listen to me, I'm going to listen to you now. So what are your questions? So I'm going to scroll back through because I know it takes a minute for these to kind of come through. But you ask your questions now that you have for me with 5-3 formula and with your warm market. All right. Let's see what we got here. Okay. So somebody said something about having a hard time getting parties. So right now, if I'm being 1,000% honest, you know, there's other companies that are coming in and doing these virtual parties now. We aren't the only ones anymore that do these virtual parties. So I think that the Facebook world is kind of getting burned out on 10-day virtual parties. And so what I'm going to encourage you to do is to find something new. Get creative. Something that I'm loving, that I'm seeing a lot of, that I've started offering my customers and they're loving it, is the makeup classes. The makeup classes. And you don't have to be a professional to do these. All you have to do is know how to put on your products that you have. Just show them what you do, because 9 times out of 10, these people are regular people. They're not makeup artists. They don't want to know how to do professional things. They want to know how to apply their makeup like a regular person. And so that's all you have to do, and just offer them, say, call it makeup classes. You can do a 5-day, you can do a 1 live tutorial, whatever you want to do, but get creative, because I think just hearing virtual parties and these groups and people adding people into groups, like, people are just kind of getting a little bit burned off that. And I hope that I'm not going to get fired for saying that, because I know that's what we are in this company. But just get creative with what you're offering. So instead of saying a 10-day party, you know, call it a beauty bash. Find new ways to offer what we have to offer, if that makes sense. All right. Let's see. Okay, so Christina Marie asked, I am 4 months in and only have 2 personally sponsored. 1 is going inactive, but I have 7 people on my team. I just can't convince anybody to join. So the first thing that I would say is to change your mindset, because what I just read is that you're trying to convince people to join. You have to change your mindset. What I think, okay, I'm going to put it in my perspective. So I was a part of a company for 4 years before I was a part of this company. And I was terrible. Terrible. I think I had like 5 people join my organization the entire 4 years. But here's why. I was in the mindset of necessity. I needed them to join my team, because they were a company that you had to have people join your team before you could even get paid. And not only did you have to have them join your team, but they had to be ordering a certain amount, and it was a hot mess. So I was always in that almost like a poverty mindset. Like, I need them to join my team. I need this from them. I need this from them. And people can feel that. Like, they can sense that desperosity. That's probably not a word. They can sense your, okay, y'all get it. When you feel desperate, they can sense it. They can feel it. They know that they're just a number. So what I would say is working on changing your mindset to, I don't need something from them. I am giving them a gift. You are giving them a gift. I will tell you right now, my sponsor, Chelsea Sarver, gave me a gift. She gave me a gift that changed my entire life. She wrapped it up in a pretty bow and handed it to me, and it was up to me to go do something with it, but she gave me a gift. And that is what you need to be thinking about. Every single person that you talk to, you don't need them to join your team. You need to give them the gift that's going to change their lives, that's going to help them stay home with their babies, that's going to, give them a vacation that they've never had before, that's going to pay their light bill. Who knows? Maybe it's going to get them an apartment. You are giving them a gift. So change your mindset and think of it that way. That seems to help a lot. I just hit my Fitbit goal from clapping. I think that's cheating. All right, sorry. Okay, let's see. I'm scrolling. Sorry, peeps. Okay, so Kristen Gale, I think I answered your question about, do you ever go back to old parties and try to connect with old guests? Yes, all the time. If you're not doing that, you're doing it wrong. Keep following up. Trixie, I have so many people that I've had conversation with about joining, but they do not follow through. So first, I would say just figure out, are they giving you an excuse? If they are, figure out that excuse and figure out a way around it. Some of that's handling objection. So look that up on YouTube because it's really awesome, or read GoPro. But just keep following up. Be relentless. Be relentless. Lauren said something really awesome on her video last night. What was it? It ain't gonna... I can't remember. Somebody commented. It was really awesome. What do you do when they don't answer and ignore? Do you go back to those conversations in a bit? Oh, gosh. Please go watch Lauren's video from last night. Please go watch Lauren's video from last night because she handled that like a boss. She basically went to send them, or she goes to send them a message and she's like, oh, hey, I saw that you didn't answer my last message. Something. Anyway, basically it called them out and flipped it on them. So do that. That's awesome. Go watch Lauren's video. Not in-home makeup classes. You can do that, but I'm talking about makeup classes so you would do a 5-day party or a 10-day party, whatever you want for the makeup classes, and you would just pick one class to do each day. So you could do, there's a list. This is in Whitney's training group. Or maybe it's in this group. Maybe it's in the Bloom thing. Maybe it is. Go back and read through these because it was a post that they made in one of these groups to do. It was a list of different categories that you could do, makeup application, how to make your lipstick stay on longer, etc., etc. And then you get your hostess to pick her favorite 2, and then you do a poll in the party and have the attendees pick the other 3 classes. So it's 5 days, and you do 1 video a day, basically of what they picked. So it's not even that extensive. It's just 5 things, which is pretty cool. And it's just called a makeup class. So it's a really good idea. Nicole Evenden said, I have a girl that said she was interested and sent her into our opportunity group, and now what? I've asked her if she's looked over the stuff, and she has not yet. How often do I check back? Okay, so first, don't just send them something and ask them to look over it. Do the if I would you. GoPro. Everybody should read GoPro. Okay? So that should be step number 1. Go read GoPro by Eric Worre. So you would send them a, hey girl, if I send you this information, would you look over it by Tuesday at 4 o'clock? And then I'll check back in with you. They're going to either say yes or no, and they're going to need a different time or whatever. So that sets an urgency, creates urgency, sets a time for them to have to go over it by, and for you to follow up with them. So instead of giving them the information and kind of putting it vaguely and giving them an opportunity to be oh, sorry, I haven't looked at it yet, oh, or to ignore you, say, if I send you this, would you watch this video? Or would you read over this information? I'll check back in with you Tuesday at 4 o'clock. Does that sound good? Okay? Desperation. That was the word. Thanks, Sherry Craft. Okay. 3 days. They ain't gonna stop me till they block me. That was it. Thank you. That was so awesome. Lauren said that last night in her live. Go watch that one. It was so good. Casey Fowler, try again. Do you send friend requests to everyone in a party or only those who order? I actually send messages, messenger with a voice message to everyone that engages in the party. So if they like something, they get a voice message from me. And it's usually just something like, hey girl, thank you for participating in our party. I'm so excited that you've decided to join us. Hey, I was just curious, what is your all-time favorite makeup product? And so then they're going to respond. And I build a relationship that way, and then I send them a friend request later. Because I don't want it to be like, oh, you joined my party, you're getting a friend request. Dude, I'm just using you. Build that relationship first. Say, what do you say when you follow up with someone that told you they didn't have time to do it, even though you told them they can do it at their own pace, no pressure? And say, hey girl, I totally understand. I was working full time when I started this. I didn't have time either. Luckily, this business has given me so much freedom. And I would just leave it at that. And there's so many things you can say to that. All right. All the questions have been answered. So if you have any other questions, or if I missed you somehow, if I missed you somehow, then you can just put them in the comments and I'll check back in. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I didn't die, so I'm feeling really good about this because I was hella nervous, let me tell you. But thank you guys for being so awesome and for not making fun of me and throwing tomatoes at me. I love you guys so much, and you're always welcome to ask me questions by PM as well if you need to. Talk to you guys later. Bye.